Everybody, it's Invicta. Time another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Thursday, Mosh Pit. Hope your Thursdays are going off to a great start here as we go on into the early weekend, because you know that Thursday is the early, it's a precursor to Friday, which means it's basically the weekend anyway. So speaking of good, we have ourselves a great artwork of the day submitted here by Economy Cow 2976 on this Invicta subreddit called Sissy Alica. I love it. I never thought or would have ever dreamed that I would see Sissy attached to like a giant, muscly man, heavy metal dude, but it has happened. I do like it. Thank you very much, Economy Cow, and everyone who upvoted that one. I may have said Crow, or it's Economy Cow, not Economy Crow. I do like the Sissy Alica though. What would a Sissy Alica song be named? Like, what would it sound like? Oh god, we have Dunce Cap here. Quebec Golf Foxtrot X-Ray 7 Tango Zulu. Oh boy. Well, yeah. So Dunce Cap is very bad. There are certain reasons why you would want Dunce Cap, but they're very, very, very few and far between. Namely speaking, is the fact that, well, unless if you have Tractor Beam or Tiny Planet, it's just a nuisance because you no longer shoot straight, right? You shoot at an angle, and that's it forces you to, it basically just forces you to adjust, and I'm not a huge fan. I don't like anything that's going to cause me to have to move. Like, I have to change my positioning now, not only to dodge, but also to fire. Like, to actually just do what the basic function of your tiers is supposed to do, which is just go from point A to point B, which point B is usually going to be an enemy. But now I have to change my positioning just so we can do that, instead of me changing my positioning to, say, dodge or do anything like that. So Dunce Cap is a very big no-go. Our tears rate was pretty bad. Well, I mean, 1.91 is god awful. Thankfully, with Pisces, we are going to be able to get a very strong tears upgrade for that. Of course, Pisces also gives you the Pisces knockback, and it also breaks the tears cap. So if we somehow, some way manage to get close to the cap, then it might be okay. Damage is also very bad. Our movement speed's good. Our shot speed's good. Just to start with, anyway. It's not great in, like, 3 floors from now, but hopefully we get some kind of benefit from the boss and maybe a devil deal. Even with Brimstone, there's very few things that make Dunce Cap good. Even with Brimstone, it's still kind of annoying. It's not as bad, obviously, but it's still pretty bad. So we'll be looking for a reroll here if possible. Because Lord knows I do not like, most of the time that we're going to be spent in each room is going to be me trying to move Isaac, and just so we can make contact with our tiers. And this can be dangerous, especially if we're talking about enemies that, say, walk after you, like, say, I don't know, this Gaper that's in front of us right now. And if it's ingrained in your mind with how long I've been playing the game for, if it's ingrained in your mind that, hey, I shoot ahead, I can play the game blindfolded for most of the rooms, that throws you off in a big way. Now, Dunce Cap does have, it's not spectral tears, but it's kind of spectral tears, because it gives you, it basically makes your tier height very, very high, and it allows you to shoot over obstacles. It's not true spectral tears, but it's kind of, it's like pseudo spectral tears. And, speaking of enemies that just do nothing but chase you, we have Blue Gemini. So, boss rush is not going to happen. I'm just going to tell you right now, unless we get an early reroll. We want to try to kill, if possible, we want to try to kill Little Gemini first. He's going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with on, Dunce Cap here. But, I mean, there are just some items that are definitively bad. And Dunce Cap is one of them, in my mind anyway. You don't see too many Dunce Cap defenders come out of the woodwork. Again, there's very little advantage to having Dunce Cap, unless if you have, again, Tiny Planet, or Tech Zero is okay, but it's not the greatest. Some kind of homing would also be nice. Tractor Beam is the one that really that sort of makes up the difference there. So you may notice that our shot efficiency is down in the is just down in the dumps. We hit maybe 1 shot out of 10. If we count both tiers firing, if we count those as 2 shots, because we're firing 2 at once. So we're hitting one out of every 5 shots or so, and you times that by 2 is 10. So we've got like a 20% hit rate right now, which is pretty god awful. And we're still fighting Blue Gemini, just because that's just how it goes with Dunce Cap. And before all the Dunce Cap lovers start showing up in the comment section, I've always loved Dunce Cap. It's the best item ever. Okay, sure thing, Poindexter. But we do get another tiers upgrade. Tiers upgrades are going to at least help us a little bit, as I fully watch that shot run right into us. Coupon, of course, is going to be nice to save us HP from the Devil Deals. And, of course, we can also use them to do what its original intention was, which is just to simply buy stuff at half price. And then you use it one time, maybe you'll get lucky and get a good item instead of, a little baggy. You definitely could make a case for a little baggy here, but it's not a very good case. Our stats are already pretty bad. I would love to get, if we can get card reading here, I'd be very happy. Okay. We have to pay for it. Card reading assures us that we don't have to play, or at least hopefully, we don't have to play with Dunce Cap for that long in this run. We're not going to get the Devil Deal. I'm just going to let you know right now. The amount of wonky moving that we have to do, it will be a Christmas miracle, Christmas and March miracle here, if we end up getting the Devil Deal, because I've got to get so close to a lot of these enemies that are just doing these lob shots. We hit that Ministro there 0 times. I will say that one item that does make, other than the ones I've already mentioned, one item that does make Dunce Cap very, very good with is Godhead. Because the Godhead tiers basically overlap each other. And you have a much higher spread of the Godhead aura. Yeah, this is Black Gurglings again. Luckily, they hurt themselves with their own troll bombs, which is nice. But what's not nice is we got the second boss in a row we've gotten that charge after us. I remember, if you remember me saying or not, whether or not that that's the worst possible combo, but yeah. I did goof here. I could have gone to see maybe if we had gotten a full charge on Coupon. I think Coupon is still worth it for us to have used in the shop, especially with it giving us a card reading. But I very greatly doubt that we would have enough HP, or we would have enough. Well, we would have enough rooms on the map over there to get a full charge. We might have been able to. Again, it put us. It did not. It shifted the Devil Deal door. We entered from the bottom. So I almost walked out here, but it wouldn't have made a difference anyway. You can almost make you could actually almost make a good case for 7 seals because we have Dunce Cap. And Rotten Baby too. We have nothing to put down, so we're gonna have to, if we want a Rotten Baby, we're gonna have to get one and we're just gonna have to get both of them. So in a very rare instance, and I mean very rare, Sinvicta actually takes 7 seals. And that should, if anything else, go to show you how badly I hate Dunce Cap. That we're taking 7 seals because we think it's better. So Now, if we can re-roll this, then hey, more power to us here. I'd be very happy. Can't. Is a global D20. I'll take one bomb because I know the secret room's over there. General D sizzle, but unfortunately we have no way of getting there anyway, so we might as well go into the curse room. This is where this is what Seven Seals and Rotten Baby were brought to the team for here. Okay, we can't. Yeah, we can't get this key or heart without having a bomb. It might be worth it for us to grab those 2 bombs so we can open up this golden chest, but reason why I say 2 bombs is because we would still need a key. So we'll leave the pennies. Let's go. Well, we also need a key to get into the item room too. Let's get through the rest of this floor and let's see what we have to work with here. So of course it's more golden chests. We'll leave that on the ground. I'm not going to skip an item room. Larynx is not going to help us here. I mean, Larynx is fine. I think Coupon might be slightly worse because of the fact that we have Dunce Cap. I'm going to buy a singular key. I'm going to leave the money there because we're gonna pop this. We're gonna pop this 3 room. I just want to open up the golden chest that we don't have to bomb to, which is this one over here. Just really hoping there's going to be another key in there, but here we go. Get a haunted chest. Okay. Got extension cord. See what these chests rolled into. Looks like hearts. Soul heart. Okay. Let's turn into a bomb. Super secret room might be here. It is. That's really all I wanted was to bust that. But now what we can do is we can go play this judgment here for some HP. It'd be nice to recover one of our HP containers from the Seven Seals pickup. Yep. I am going to take Larynx. I think Larynx does at least give us a boss killing ability, which is something that we're kind of lacking right now. I mean, we're lacking a lot of things right now, but yeah, having Larynx at least allows us to one-shot bosses. And if we get into really big trouble, we can one-shot, like, we can take out, like, you know, more annoying rooms, or in a really big bind, we could also use it as a sort of like a bomb. So I'm doing this just to get money, but also, of course, to charge Larynx. Larynx is going to charge every time we take damage, regardless of the source. So it's a very good way to build up charges, and also you're basically killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You're getting money, and you're also charging Larynx up. So we left all this in here because it was all loose change, thanks to us hitting the donation machine, and that turned into some other things that we can end up using. Ooh, there's a dice shard here. This is definitely worth the bomb. Dice shard is a D6, and we can go re-roll. We can go re-roll Mom's. Let's see. We can re-roll the. We can re-roll this super secret room, or do we re-roll the item room? I think super secret room has potentially more. Obviously, I would love to re-roll the Eternal D Sizzle, but I tapped that one a little bit too soon. That's okay. I'm gonna use the Mom's bottle of pills just to put something on the ground. This is going to reroll with a dice shard anyway. And we get the red Kizzle. Now, I'm not going to... The red key is interesting, but I'm not going to keep it above Larynx. It could be north of there. I saw there is a red door to the left of the dice room. That could be the Super Seeker room. Or Ultra Seeker room. A door there. And there could be a door north of here. So... I'm going to say it's probably this one over here. And I'd be incorrect. We use our final full charge here in our 13.5 minute floor 1. And let's go see if it is to the left of the dice room. And it's not. Okay. So when it's all said and done, we gained... Just Rotten Baby, 7 Seals of all things, and Magic Scab. We also came away with card reading. I'm really hoping that card reading saves us a lot of time and hassle. But yeah, when you get starts like this with an item that's very just not great, you're forced to, you got to do what you got to do. You know. I want this bomb because I want that bone heart. All right, finally ready to head down. 14.5 minutes. Dunce cap, everybody. I'm gonna go straight for the boss here with card reading. It's gonna be Carrion Queen. Good lord. Thankfully, we immediately lost that bone heart, by the way. Thankfully, it is pink Carrion Queen. But as you saw there, it's really not worth using. If you're going to use Larynx on a boss, you need to make sure you use it on with a full charge. Because Carrion Queen would have been absolutely smoked here if we had a full Larynx. A range upgrade. And a Krampus fight. Well, at least we got a lump of coal. You almost took damage there. I had to use Larynx there. Lump of coal will help us out with our shot damage, but it's not going to do anything for our fly damage. But, you know, 7 seals. 7 seals looking pretty good so far. You know, the reason why I got 7 seals is to reduce our reliance on our tiers and focus more on our secondary damage. And that's always a good ability to have, is being able to be able to adjust like that on the fly, which we have done. It hurts. I mean, it hurts is fine. It's just going to give us a tears up. It's going to give us a tears up anytime we take damage from any source of the room. A random soul heart in there. Now, the reason why I'm backtracking here and going towards clearing these rooms is because if we get another red portal, as you just saw, and I just got done talking about against Carrion Queen, we do not want to go fight a boss with like half cocked. We want to go fully locked and ready to rock with our Larynx charge there, because what we don't want to be, we don't want to get into a situation where we don't have the ability to instantly one-shot our boss, and then it becomes basically an extended fight. We don't win the long game here with this build, just because of the fact that our shots are going to be very inefficient, and we will take more damage than we won't in a long fight. I will say that Extension Cord is also helping out quite a bit. Right now we'll take any level of secondary damage. And when I mean secondary, I mean like it's not our primary source. The primary source of damage, by my arbitrary definition, would be our tears rate. We do damage based on shooting things, right? Our secondary damage is the the extra damage dealing that we have, which is in this case going to be the flies from Rotten Baby, the locust from Seven Seals, and then the contact damage from Seven Seals as well, combined with extension cord, which is giving us that lightning bolt in between our followers and us. It's working. It's functional. That's what I'll say. Hey, look at that. We got a mini charge there. Good. All right, so now we have a full charge for Larynx. Now we're ready to rock. If we do get another red portal. If we don't, then we'll just take the item room or whatever. Green portals go to the shop, by the way. And that's just kind of how, that's all this to say is that that's kind of how you have to be as an Isaac player, right? You have to recognize when things are really not great, and you want to be able to just be flexible in your abilities and your capabilities of saying, okay, we have a really crappy tier effect to start with. How do we get around this? We want 9 lives. I mean, I honestly don't think Judas' Shadow is going to be good here. I really don't. It's going to take us a while to turn into Black Judas, and I'm not going to do it deliberately because I don't want to blow all of our lives. But on top of that, I also don't want to go down to just Soul Heart HP. Even though Black Judas is obviously going to be a huge stats increase, I don't think that it's a good play here, just to nuke all our 9 lives. And yes, we could have turned into Black Judas beforehand, but I didn't want to do that because of the aforementioned. I don't want to be on just locked to Soul Heart HP right now. I don't feel confident in my ability to be able to recharge our Soul Hearts based on our us having Dunce Cap. Now, if we didn't have Dunce Cap, it'd be a lot easier. I would absolutely turn to Black Judas and then be full port with 9 lives and just go for it. But in this instance, it's just going to be another life that we can use in case of the worst happens. But we got another tiers upgrade. So 4.01 for our tiers is pretty good. We'll definitely take that. Would have lost the whole house on that bet. I thought for sure that the item room was over here. Super secret room is. I mean, anything that we can do to increase our base damage will be beneficial right now, because 2.71 is just awful. And yes, before you pointed out, yes, us turning into Black Judas would increase our base damage, but for the reasons why I've already outlined twice now, it's that they get outweighed by the benefit gets outweighed by the disadvantage of being on one Soul Heart without any sort of real way to generate more right now, other than just blind luck, and then having the inability to protect our HP because of the wonkiness that is Dunce Cap. So it's all precautionary. Finally find our store and our item room. 21 minutes in Catacombs 2. Kidney Stone's kind of whatever here. We get to fire a singular Kidney Stone tier out like that, but then all the other ones go out to the side like that, as you can see. That's always fun. You get a decent amount of money here, though, from Greed. And I will say that we've been getting fortunate on our devil deals. We've had a devil deal on every single floor so far. We might as well go into the vault, just because we have one of 3 for Guppy. It might be the red chest vault. It's probably not going to be, but it might be. Here we go. I'm not going to go in the curse room. Again, we're talking about wanting to preserve our devil deal on the next floor. If we manage to get one. Like, yeah, there could be a guppy item in there, but it's not worth the cost of of us losing our soul heart here, in my opinion. Once again, getting pretty lucky with these red portals. I'll take it. It's gonna be fallen. I actually don't need to use Larynx, I don't think. Get Bloody Gust, Ebizzle, and Backstabber. Now, I am willing to take both of these. There we go. So Debizzle is gonna. I mean, that's our soul heart generator right there, or at least potentially anyway. Backstabber is going to be very nice, just because. Just a fantastic tier effect. The world card. The world. Okay, so we see a library, so that also could potentially be a soul heart generator, if it's the Book of Revelations or Book of Satanic Bible. As you can see, it's so wonky having to move around where we want our tiers to go, rather than moving for a defensive reason. Like, we would honestly probably be done already with the first run if we didn't have Dunce Cap. Well, maybe. If we turned into Black Judas, we definitely probably could. $3 bill is $3 bad. Although, well, no, I don't want to push it. We have a decent tiers rate, and yes, you do get the secondary activations, or you get the second shot to have your tier effects go off twice as much, thanks to Dunce Cap, but it's still a $3 bill. $3 bill, the random tier effects, they're usually okay, but they can sometimes not be. Get Bookworm, which is going to give us even more shots. Unfortunately, it was not a great library. The whole reason why I left those full charges behind was because I anticipated us possibly getting a soul heart generator in there, and then just saw what happened. So, not going to happen. There's a Tinted Rock. Get a soul heart. We should at least get this full charge over Meow. We have plenty of keys. We can go get the other one. This isn't a full charge, but it's a mini charge. Good enough. And I think bombing this and opening it with a key is reasonable. We get a full charge anyway, so there you go. Debizzle. Alright, Debizzle. This is your run now. Okay, we have a full card, so we will be able to just jump right in and then full card out the mom fight. There we go. Now goes Mama. We get another Devil Deal. I think it's too late for Contract from Below. It would put us down to Polar Invincibility, though, so I guess I'll take it. Potentially, we could maybe get lucky. I did this just to get down to 1 heart so we can go into the boss trap room. Yeah, another tiers upgrade, blue cap. Wow, okay. Double pink cage is not fun. Backstabber really doing a number, though. And again, honestly, shout out to Seven Seals for picking up the slack here. Gotta say it's made it definitely better. Like this room is a nightmare. Dunce Cap. The war took care of all of them for us. We're not gonna be going to Shoal, so I don't see a reason for us to do any of that. I decided to use Larynx there anyway, just because we're gonna get another full charge before the next floor. Yeah, so there's another full card here, which we will take. Ebizzle finally giving us not one but 2 soul hearts. About time. Now, movement speed is also going to be very, very, very useful for us. I mean, it's always useful, but it's even more so useful right now because of all the shifting and repositioning we have to do with Dunce Cap. Come on. So being able to adjust our positioning on the fly much faster than we are right now would be ideal. He threw that at an angle. I saw him do it, dude. All right. Let's stop taking this damage right now. I saw Tendon Rock in here. We have effectively pissed away all of the soul hearts that we had on some pretty insane schmoves, but also that shot by that Boney was quite stupid. And also, we haven't found our item room yet. So it's another floor that we just flat out don't have an item room for. Small Rock is very anti what I just got done saying, but we can't stop taking damage, so it doesn't really matter. Birdcage is not it, but at the very least, Small Rock's going to raise our base damage. But going into late game here with Dunce Cap and 1 HP is not my idea of a good time. And it's only going to be worse from here on out. So what I will say is thank God that we took Larynx. Without Larynx, we could be cooked. Grab my full card here. Larynx, I think Larynx honestly is going to make all the difference. It sucks that we don't have a Hangman card or some way to get that soul heart from Gluttony, but what can you do? You know what, game? You can just keep it. Brother, at this point, I'm willing to skip this floor. Could get a crawl space here, but we have a full charge on Larynx. Honestly, I'm down with this idea. Yeah, we skip an item or we skip a devil deal and boss item, and there we go. So we go straight to Mom's Heart here with a full charge on Larynx. Yeah, that one, in my opinion, that one was totally worth. We got lucky and we got we did get the red portal, which is that's great. I'm glad that we did that. Now we're on Cathedral. Let's Curse the Lost, so we have no idea where we're going or where we started. I can only just guess here. Still have Apollyon. Now again, the biggest problem that we're going to be facing here is the fact. Oh, okay. Is the fact that we're only operating basically on 2 hits, and that's it. And that's, again, not where I want to be late game here with Dunce Cap What was that, dude? Okay. D-Bizzle's going to have to really step it up. I'm not going to take that Soul Heart until I know for sure we know where Isaac is, because we're most likely, yeah. We're more likely than not going to die a couple times on our way to Isaac. There's a red heart in there. Okay, we found Isaac. That was actually pretty quick. Okay. We have 18 bombs. There's absolutely no excuse not to bomb every single fire that we see. And by that I mean bomb 2 fires and that's it. Already gotten everything in there. We don't have a full charge for Larynx, but this is close enough in my opinion. One more Soul Heart would have gone a long way there. Yeah, there we go. That's what we needed right there. If D-Bizzle can produce here, we're gravy. He gives 1 Soul Heart. We're gonna wait for Isaac to get to phase 2 before we rip Larynx. It's not gonna do that much damage, even if we had a full charge. Yeah. We need just enough to push him over. Like 1 hit of damage there. We could, well, we're probably not going to get a red portal, so I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, so we got a blue portal for secret room. SMB Superfan keeps showing up after that one episode. We asked for it, and there we go. I can take the mystery egg. There's another Soul Heart in here, which is great. Stars card. Now the Stars card could be a baller and just take us straight to Blue Baby. It took us somewhere. I don't know if it's closer to Blue Baby or not. Had to use Larynx there. Lust, she's getting way too close. And we're getting some pretty hellacious rooms here to be having Dunce Cap on. But thankfully, thanks to, I would say in part, thanks to Kidney Stone, it's mostly Backstabber. We're able to get through these. Surprised we didn't take any damage in there. The random Soul Heart, I'll take that. Again, you're seeing how close I have to get to targets because I'm trying to up our shot efficiency as much as possible here. And yeah, I'd say the Stars card did help us out. We skipped a good portion. So we are going to get the dub here. And for a run that started out with almost 15 minutes to get through the first 2 floors, and now we're sitting here barely 20 minutes later, and we're at the end of the run. We'll definitely take it. But a lot of that was because of the shovel and also because of card reading. Like, if we didn't have card reading here, I don't think we were cooked. I think we would have just had a lot. It's a much tougher road to victory than what we had now, and that random shovel definitely helped out a lot. No, we're not fighting Delirium with this. I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, make sure you click the like button. Seriously, it's the best way to support my channel. I know you hear it all over YouTube these days, especially with newer channels all the time, but it's still the best way to support your favorite content creators here on YouTube, including myself. Leaving a comment, of course, is just a bonus on top of that, and it costs absolutely nothing. It's free to do, and it takes less than a second. You can just say hi. If you say hi down below, I'll say hi back. How about that? So thank you for watching. Have a great Thursday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for more Binding of Isaac. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Kane Hughes, Calming Spider, and Julian LaFond. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.